Good morning, everyone. Sorry about that. I was cycling, going live for literally 5 minutes. I thought it was something with the scheduling, but yeah, I guess it was just a YouTube error. So I just want to welcome you to our Fall Satsang series. Now, I'm incredibly excited for today's meditation because we're really tapping into the greatest power of all human beings, and that's our love and compassion. And there's nothing more applicable than that right now, considering it's necessary. We cannot create loving change through hate. We can't create anything productive without love. And there's nothing more important than really practicing self love. So I just lovingly invite you to take a nice deep breath and a simple sigh of relief. Again, one deep breath in, and that loving sigh of relief. We'll take one more deep breath here. And just let it go. And as usual, as we start this morning, with each tap of the bell, we'll chant out that divine and powerful Om. And with our final tap of the bell, we allow ourselves to shift our attention from the sound to the stillness, from any angst to the calm, as we drop deep to the emptiness and stillness within our own being. Here in the heart, oftentimes you hear me say, the throne of the soul. It's that love and compassion in which we each know and have experienced since our childhoods. Unconditional love, an endless well of curiosity. It's here we understand and recognize that we are this sense of calm, harmony, balance, and compassion. There's nothing more important than this moment right now to let go, to cease the angst of future worries, to eliminate the past pains and suffering, to end the vicious cycles of rumination and distraction. For it's here, this opportunity, I open my heart to you so you can and you will awaken on this level of the heart, to come back into this understanding of childlike effortlessness, to awaken to the true potential of the human spirit. Take a nice deep breath in and hold that inhalation as long as you can, comfortably. As you distance yourself, the body drops away the breath and you simply remain as you are, the observer of it all. Repeat this breath 2 more times, holding in the inhale and shifting your attention inwards towards the observer, towards the witness, towards that sense of me, myself, and I. As you allow the physical sensations to cease, the emotions to drop away, and the mind to quiet itself through your own affection and your attention of the I Am presence within you. This realm of the heart, this knowing of self, it takes no outside observer to tell you who you are. For we are the witness, the listener, the doer, the beingness that is ever present, and the experiencer that witnesses life. When we come home into the fullness of this understanding, we smell the aroma of our pure being through that calm, that love, that peace, that effortlessness, that higher intuition that lacks thought, it simply acts. And we overlook this grand intimacy, this beautiful gift. We call it things like in the zone, in the flow, but in truth, it's what you already are. And when we end the distractions, when we end these external searches, we come home, having never truly left. It's this love within our own heart that we each know. Like when we embrace a loved one we've missed, when we succeed and have accomplished an obstacle, when we learn, when we grow, when we experience something new, we all know what these feelings are observed as. And in truth, they radiate from us. Because you are that light, that star of infinite love. And as we all know, love comes in many forms, so become the master of them all. And there is nothing more important than self-love. For if we do not practice our own upliftment, our own healing, our own questioning, we're putting up walls so the light of love can never reach us from another. Many are caught in the distractions of the external searches, but recognize they are but the superficial aspect to your true love. This sense of more, this external searches initially began from this understanding that you are infinite. Yet what happens when you direct this search inwards? What happens when you recognize that you are the abundance? You are the limitless. You are everything you've been searching for. It's taking this gaze inwards, this inner looking, that you must recognize. You have always been the perfect being. Everything in your life has been arising and happening because it's been intended to teach you and show you your true self, to strip away the layers of the false, to wash away the conditions, to heal you from the past wrongdoings and pains. And as we all know, there is tough love because the truth is hard to hear. And sometimes it's in our own best interest to stop doing certain things, or to seemingly struggle and change the habits to establish new. Without such tough love, the world would be filled with brats. The world would be utter chaos. But as we observe our current state of affairs, we see that this has been a trajectory for our current society, but you must take a stand. You must question diligently, thoroughly, and it all starts with the one being we know as me, myself, and I. Our suffering, our pains, our conditionings are like holding on a hot pan, and your act of love is simply letting go of it. It's here when we establish ourselves in this accountable light that everything in our experience is a choice, that every disturbance is granted life through our attention towards it. We can transcend the monotony and lesser vibratory natures of this modern human expression. So take a deep breath now, filling yourself up with love and light radiating from your chest. And let all of these lesser natures and vibrations go with your exhale. Again, do this 2 more times, affixing your heart to something that you seek to heal, to transcend from. And with your breath, with your slice of now, you transform yourself. For everything in this experience, again, is a play of the heart. All life happens through our affection, through our love. And to recognize that everything in this experience is but an expression of love is the true step towards your inner truth. Wars, malice, poverty, all of these things happen because few love falsehoods more than they love truth. Your own resentments, addictions, ruminations arise because you get the affection from and you give the affection to them. Most of these cases, many are stuck in the law of inertia, the simple time and energy invested. And the simplest way to stop these wheels from spiraling downwards is to stop spinning them. And there is no greater force to stop and reverse the flow of such things than love. Because we're all on this journey of inner looking, of awakening, of unfoldment, of evolution. And when we dive deep into the ocean of our own heart, we can marinate in the truth of our being, forgiving, compassion, understanding, self-acceptance, self-love. There's nothing more important than now. And each moment is an opportunity to remain within this realm of the heart. For in truth, again, you are already and always have been here. Bring yourself back to the understanding of children and infants. Even Western science has showed us that all children are compassionate beings and seek to share, seek to uplift one another. They do not see with color. Their sense of otherness hasn't been solidified and anchored yet. Yet as we grow, we isolate ourselves and separate ourselves from our own inner truth. The concept known as an ego is based upon separation itself, taking you away from life, despite all beings being of life itself. And it's here in this moment that you allow yourself to again draw in another breath, filling yourself up with that light around you, that prana, that chi, that energy, as it fills up each and every cell with these cosmic energies, increasing your vibration and enhancing your atomic state. So you may literally shake off all of these falsehoods and walls of separation and otherness. So the boundary of your own individuality can dissolve, and you can experience the oneness within you that you always have. And although the sense of me never goes away, it transforms into something more vast and grand. For you recognize this light of love in which each being shares is of the same source. That in truth, we're all brothers and sisters in this universe. And on this energetic level, your love is your greatest power. For you align yourself with the universe. And when you live and operate knowing that each has that divine within them, you come into a greater and fuller understanding of the term namaste. There is nothing cheesy or hokey about it. It is simply the truth. And when you give recognition to the love, the divinity within each being, within each life form, and within yourself, you enter into the limitless and effortless nature of our being. You tap into the infinite, and you awaken to your eternal nature. But one must not be content with simply hearing these words. They must seek out this exploration of themselves. What thoughts, what sensations, what emotions are holding you back from this recognition? What's holding you back from acting upon it? Do not run away from it, for our resistance is that neon light towards our liberation and growth, often yielding the greatest opportunity to transform and learn. What's stopping you back from accepting yourself, from forgiving yourself, from forgiving others? For it's here when we bathe in these waters of compassion, we recognize that we've been simply drinking poison, expecting others to be pained or hurt, that we've been digging our own grave. So I give you this loving opportunity to let go, to simply remain as you are, that empty, calm, pure state of being, of light, of love, as you always have been. And come to understand, just like a muscle, when you align yourself with this truth, when you live in this truth, and you remind yourself often and always the eternal nature of your own being, of the oneness, of the love, that you are the light. It grows stronger and stronger and stronger and becomes more and more effortless until it is your natural and automatic state. This flow of life is often understood and expressed as the Christ consciousness. But even as the teachings of Master Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within, and we are all children of the One. We must recognize that there is no one greater, no one lesser here. There is simply the one cosmic force of love seeking to understand itself, that you are a cell amongst the whole. And the greatest way to offer yourself, to heal yourself, to transform yourself is to explore that sense of me, myself, and I. For again, the kingdom of heaven is within. Your liberation lies within you, for your understanding of it is you. There is nothing more beautiful than learning something new. There's nothing that gets our heart racing like experiences, love, happiness, and joy. So carry out this search and recognize that all such things radiate from you. You are the light of love, ever seeking to express itself and shine brighter and brighter. Taking a loving deep breath, again filling yourself up with light. And with the mind's eye, envision yourself shining forth like the star you are, brighter and brighter and brighter, whatever color you choose. And know that your own compassion, peace, and harmony shall be a beacon for all of those seeking to grow. But in truth, as all lights shine, it will also attract those trying to distract you, trying to disturb you. So you must recognize that all is love, all is opportunity, and all it takes is a single moment to transform and change someone's life and your own forever. You are a being of healing. You are a being of growth. You are a being of love. And your potential is infinite. Take a loving deep breath, filling yourself up with light when you hear the next tap of the bell. And allow your chant of Om to radiate throughout the heavens in this globe, spreading across the universe as we uplift our fellow brothers and sisters. As we continue to heal and transform ourselves, we must recognize you are healing and transforming Earth itself. For you are of Earth, and she is a living being. Namaste. I bow to that divine within you. And that concludes our meditation portion. If you have any questions, this is the time to drop a comment. I was actually out hiking for 12 hours yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to really prompt people to drop some questions yesterday. So I don't have anything to say. Really, I guess we can kind of conclude with the understanding that each being goes through their own existence and their own life, obviously. And we all have our own experiences, sufferings, and pain, but it's that really that journey of growth and suffering that unites us. And there's nothing more important than to build those bridges of compassion, especially nowadays. We're witnessing a lot of craziness, and I mean that literally. because fundamentally people have forgotten their own truth. They're just jumping in, and the term that I hear a lot is NPC. Um, and it's like kind of like a video game where you have all those background characters just doing their own programming and things, but they lack that conscious controller. So when we experience difficulties, when we have conflict, remain in your own love and I am presence, and know that it's something that you can transform, not only that experience right there, but yourself and the other person, that you can pivot any type of destructive energy and transform it. I like to always express the egos of beings as kind of like a little like unruly dog that you have at your side, always trying to eat. And kind of as we concluded that meditation, you're going to be that beacon as you kind of continue to resonate and lift up your own vibration and ascend. And those that recognize it are going to be like, oh my gosh, that light, I love it. Your energy, oh my gosh, let's just talk. You'll just cross paths with people that really vibe with you. And vibe with you is because they're on that same vibration. Now, the key with that is to understand that it is also like, again, as expressed in the meditation, it's like a fire. Yeah, people can get warmed and love that fire, but it's also going to attract some bugs. And that's one thing to recognize, is that life is always trying to put us in a position to awaken to these deeper truths. And oftentimes, as I always encourage my students, when you have a recognition, when you experience something new, I say, be on guard and remain in this knowing, because life is going to test you to put your money where your mouth is. Because when you awaken to these deeper things, life is going to be like, okay, well, how serious are you about it? How much do you really want to remember it? Do you just want to be all lovey-dovey and just care about it when it happens? Or are you going to be in that same lovey-dovey state through the darkest of storms? And it's a beautiful thing when you remain disciplined and consistent in these knowings. And there's nothing more important than that than nowadays, because there is so much adversity and there is so much conflict. But you don't need to add fuel to the fire. And in truth, when you radiate and act in this sense of love, you put all those things out. It's a powerful thing when you really awaken to your own inner truth, but you must seek it out. So don't forget to love yourself. Questioning, pushing and challenging yourself, and being compassionate, forgiving, accepting, understanding, all of these are realms of your beingness. So may the fruit of knowledge offer you a seed. And in that seed may your love, will, and intuition give life and nourishment. For a tree shall grow, and in its shade may you find peace, and offer peace to all who ask. Namaste. I love you so much. Have a great day. Have a great week. Have a great life. And I'll see you Wednesday. And don't forget, if you want to send me any questions on Facebook or Instagram, that stuff's in the description. You just don't have to do it in the comments if you want to stay anonymous. Or you can email me. Check out fsperformance.com for that. But I love you. Make it a great one. And don't forget, shine on. The world needs your love. And you do make a difference. Peace.